Hello, I'm Francesco Simoneschi, CEO and co-founder of TrueLayer, a leading European digital payment company. And these are my biggest lessons. Chart your own path. It is so important that you're not afraid of venturing into uncharted territories, of doing things differently. For instance, during my childhood, I performed into the Vatican choir. That was such a different and unique experience compared to many of my peers and friends. But really it taught me a culture of self-discipline and working hard. Similar experience and similar decision happened later on when I decided to drop out of college. While it was extremely hard and different again from many of my peers, at the same time it really gave me the opportunity of following my dreams and my passion. Learn from others. I'm very passionate about sailing, competitive sailing. And one of my most favorite team members used to say, "Steal with your eyes," which really means copy from the other boats. Try to understand the marginal gains and little setup that give them an edge. I find that so interesting and important, to be like a sponge, to absorb the behaviors of others and being able to internalize and remix it in my very own way. This kind of learning compounds so fast and is capable of really training you for so many different circumstances and help you to perform in very different contexts. Take bold risk, but fail gracefully. I'm a risk taker. I like to take bold risk, such as building companies. And I believe that in your life, if you don't take some risk, it's very hard that good things will happen to you. And this is true whether it's business related or in your personal life. But what is very hard is to take those risks, but at the same time, try to contemplate failure in a way that is graceful, in a way that doesn't prevent you taking another risk the next time. I find that extremely useful in my career and in my life. For instance, as I was building a previous company, I found myself in a situation where I believe the best possible option was actually to fold the company or find an exit strategy. And I ended up finding that exit strategy, and that created a number of new opportunities for me. So always remember to find a way to, yes, take risk, but also fail in a beautiful manner. Be a vulnerable leader. This is one that I really like, and we made a big deal at TrueLayer. The stereotypical business leader is someone masculine and unempathetic commander, so to speak. The reality is that we all have vulnerabilities, and I personally like to put those vulnerabilities in plain sight. This is such a much better option compared to the strong commander that is often narrated. It gives people around you the opportunity to be themselves and also show their own vulnerabilities and work together as a team to reach a common goal and eventually just let the best ideas to win. Don't let inertia drive you. This is the silent killer. When things are calm, settled, figured out, following into some sort of routine. This is when I personally feel very scared and I try to do something to break this habit. I believe in order to learn fast and do something meaningful, you need to constantly challenge yourself and challenge this routine. Therefore, whenever I feel in similar situation, I go and try to audit whatever is my current status quo. Whenever I can make changes, whether are small or large, in order to create an opportunity for myself to learn something new and put myself out of the comfort zone.